Some of you guys are probably playing the video right now and wondering, hey, where's the picture-in-picture? You do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Hey, sometimes, you just don't really feel like getting in front of the camera all the time. I mean, I got all dressed up and everything. I put on the camera and I was like, you know what? Not today, not feeling it. No, I do still want to upload, don't get me wrong, just not that style today. So we'll just go to a traditional one. This is also my opportunity, my last opportunity as a matter of fact, to talk to you, those of you guys that want to enter my theme team tournament, roughly about how I want you to structure a theme team, which is why I actually took this match yesterday, and it is against the Attack of the Mac, if I'm not mistaken. So I have my Metal Gear Solid 3 theme team here. If you want to go over the tiers looking at it, I have a BL2, which counts as UU. I have 3 RUs in the form of Electivire, Dust Noir, and Typhlosion, and I have 2 OUs in the form of Espeon and Breloom. So this team is completely tournament legitimate, and it still confines to a theme, which I will leave a link to in the description. So generally what I base it around. But first guy is the Pain. If you want to click that link, I'm mainly just going for the Protect right here. To generate enough speed, I realize that he has inner focus, so I won't be able to try to flinch him or anything like that. So I go out to another boss, another antagonist of the same game, which is going to be Volgan. Volgan's pretty bulky guy in game. He benefits from the electricity, uses a lot of electricity. I can't talk. Anyway, point is, big guy uses zappy things, and Electivire is also a pretty big guy who uses zappy things, so why not? Opponent recognizes, that he can't take me out with 2 Brave Birds, so he'd rather just U-turn out there. Going to go ahead and get some somewhat switch advantage, even though getting a Regigigas in here isn't really the best play. Since I'm going to hit it with a Thunder Punch, I do have the Cross Chop as well, so I will take it out next turn. But going back to the Pain, it relates to the Metal Gear Solid 3 boss by the same name. He uses Hornets to attack his opponent. I can't really think of any Hornet Pokemon. I know Beedrill is kind of a bee Pokemon, and then Vespiquen is kind of a bee Pokemon as well. I wanted something that was more practical. Yanmega looks a little more threatening to me than both of them anyways, so, stingers and little pokey things coming out of his back and whatnot. It worked mentally for me, so that's kind of why I went with that. Not everything is 100% to it, but, you can kind of see these things and go, oh, it's close enough. That works out. So he takes me out with a Brave Bird, not really that big a deal. This next one I kind of feel the need to explain a little bit after this. I think it's like 2 turns after this. But next guy is the Fury. If you look at the bosses, there's a boss by, the exact same name. Guy goes really fast. He's on a jetpack, uses a flamethrower. So he moves pretty fast, and, he hits pretty hard with fire. I couldn't think of a better thing. It's absolutely perfect. I've even seen artwork of Typhlosion dressed in the Fury's outfit from Metal Gear, so it probably could have been the best thing I chose for it. But because the Snorlax is thick fat, he takes the Eruption way too well. I'm going to switch out to the Fear right now. Now this guy could arguably, be the Sorrow, and you're absolutely right, because the Sorrow is, straight up a ghost. But the thing is that the Fear in-game, he does a lot of hiding. He plays around with the stamina a lot in general. He'll run out of it very quickly, so, he needs to eat stuff and get more. And, he also has these fairly erratic movements, which is, what you're not used to, that being a Subcurse Pain Split Dustmar, that's not really too conventional either. You don't see that too often. So you can think about it in that way, or you could think about it in the fact that, oh, he needs to be a ghost, and you could name it the Sorrow. It's somewhat open to interpretation if you want to be splitting hairs right here. I was going to name it the Sorrow, but at the time I had a Spiritomb of the same name. I don't have it anymore, so I could switch it back, but the explanation I just gave for why I named it the Fear, to me, fits a little bit better. And, he's got hands that kind of look like spiders anyway. Big old fat, chunky spiders going on. His outfit kind of matches as well. If you look at pictures of both of them, I guess the colors. Anyways, as you can see, I've kind of got my sub thing going on. He cursed up a couple times. He showed me rest, and I'm kind of just muscling through a really big portion of his team at this point. Mainly his walls, because his walls are really the only thing that want to handle this thing for some reason. But the thing I didn't know at this point is that he had Taunt on his Crobat, which, he could have brought that in a hell of a lot sooner. And, his Crobat, I think, is max HP, judging by the damage I do from Nightshade to it. I think what happened somewhere along the way here is I cursed on a Protect, which I did not know you could do. I thought it would have failed at that point, but it actually works. So Even on the turn that he protected, he still took curse damage, which is great. And now I'm just sub-stalling to the point where even if he wants to, you know, try to hit me with Earthquakes, I'll still end up taking him out at the end of the turn. So, Gliscor's down. Snorlax is asleep, you know, and it actually helped me get set up a decent amount as well. But now he brings in Crobat, now he taunts me. I figured I might as well go for Pain Split on the off chance he didn't have it. He does, not really that big a deal. You know, I still have Typhlosion. I need to bring in Typhlosion on Crobat in order to take it out. Otherwise, nothing's really going to end up wanting to take a Brave Bird. I think my Espeon can, but it's not at that big, you know, I have to bring that in somewhat safely as well. I don't want it to come in on a U-turn or anything like that. Anyway, my taunt wears off. I figure I might as well save this thing for later. You know, since Snorlax is still alive, I might as well. So I go back into the Pain, which isn't exactly a good play, you know, looking at it, because it's like, why would I go in on a Brave Bird? I actually want to come in on a Brave Bird, so that way he can take that fuck ton of recoil. And hopefully after, like, maybe, what, 2 turns of lefties, because I'm going to detect this next turn to get, you know, some more speed to be faster than him. Hopefully after 1/8 of health, I should be able to take him out with an Air Slash. That's what I'm thinking, because it's stab, you know, I'm modest and all that. I should be good to go. He goes for the U-turn here because he knows I'm going to protect anyway. So might as well just, or detect anyway. I only have detect on there because I like the way it looks better than protect. And I've always said this countless times. I get a crit here, by the way, which I'm not really sure, you know, how vital it was in that moment. It's not vital to the match at all, as you'll see in the next turn. But going back to detect versus protect, if you have to use protect more than 8 times, you're really not using your Yanmega properly. So that's kind of why that's there to me. I mean, if I'm ever in a situation where I have to use up all my detect PP and then I find myself needing more, I'll switch it. But honestly, I've been fine with detect just fine. It looks cool, okay? It looks cool. So I go into the Fury at that point to try to scare him out. I don't really care if he wants to stay in and overpredict or not. I was really tempted to go for the Focus Blast, but honestly, if he brings in Snorlax now, and then I can switch out to Breloom, go for some unprotected Focus Punches, or I can go out to Dusknoir. I think I've been saying Dusclops this whole match. Anyway, Dusknoir to go for the Pain Split. He does predict my Dusknoir coming in very nicely. He goes out into his, what the hell is this thing's name? I completely forgot this is Seviper? I think this thing is Seviper. Anyway, I think he's timid with he might be timid, I don't know. Anyway, point is he told me he was Specs. I'm not going to take a Specs anything from that range, much less a Dark Pulse. So, now that, well, I didn't know he was Specs at the time, but I kind of had a feeling because that's what I run on mine, even though I don't use it that often. But I can go for the Spore right here because I'm actually a Jolly Breloom as opposed to an Adamant, so I can take advantage of even more walls. You know, I think my speed is actually pretty damn close to my HP, which is kind of funny. It's a good mental reminder. So, I'm going to go for the sub on the Snorlax, as, you know, he's just sitting there asleep because he's Curse, Rest, Body Slam, and Earthquake. If I'm behind a sub, I'm okay. So I might as well just go for Focus Punch because that's what Brelooms do. And kind of going into detail about this guy's nickname. He's named after the sniper from that game of the same name. And he uses tranquilizer rounds to put his opponent to sleep, and he'll hit fairly hard otherwise. And, you know, he's what am I trying to say here? The End has a camouflage suit on, which when he stays in the sun, you know, he regenerates his stamina, so he's kind of a grass type. He looks like a grass type. If you look, just go fucking look at his picture. It works so perfectly if you've played the game or if you even look at the picture for like 10 seconds. So there's my quote-unquote tranquilizer round right there, and then I put the Metagross to sleep. I'm gonna go for some unprotected Focus Punches here as well, which is always fun. I'm going to get one off, for sure. I know that for a fact, because sleep is always 1 to 3 turns. Here, I play a little bit risky because he can either wake up the next turn or the turn after. I'm thinking that he'll want to go for the Bullet Punch to try to wake up before me, but the thing is I don't know if he does or he doesn't, because my Focus goes first and then my Punch. My Focus will go before his Bullet Punch is what I'm trying to say. But I go for 2 and I get it, so kind of stupid, but I know that I'm faster than his Seviper because I actually went to go look it up whether or not Jolly Breloom was faster. And I know some of you are like, why are you running Jolly? You know, I already kind of explained it. It's been working out for me. It doesn't pack the same punch as Adamant, but it's practical in situations like this, so I don't know. Anyway, I go for the unprotected Focus Punch because, you know, getting ballsy again, and he gets the first turn wake up, which I actually, you know what, he was asleep for that other turn. So I guess by technicality that was probably the second turn wake up. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, you know, he woke up next turn. But it's still under control because I still have an Espeon, so I'm going to take him out with the Psychic. The Joy being the leader of the Cobra Unit, you know, the only female on the team and such. So I figured SBN kind of fit. So that'll do it out of me for this little theme team rundown slash battle video thing. I don't even know what the hell to call it, but, you know, it was just kind of a prep for Monday kind of thing. So if you enjoyed it either way, you know, you're welcome to like, comment, subscribe, do your thing. And I kind of got something I kind of want to rant about for a little bit right now regarding the tournament. If you already have your team together, you know, you feel like you're good to go, that's fine. If you don't, you're not interested, you know, you can leave. I just got this thing coming up, so if all you wanted to watch was the battle and you want to leave, I am totally cool with that. That's fine. But the thing I want to talk about right now is regarding the content of the messages slash comments I've been getting about the tournament. And hey, you know, that's fine. I expected those. I encouraged those, as a matter of fact, you know, so you can run the theme by me if you're not sure about it. And, you know, that's great. Like 85 to 90% of you, I'd like to guesstimate, are getting the vibe that I have displayed in this video slash the artist is displaying in this picture, the general thing, and that is fantastic. You know, we're going to have a good tournament if everyone is doing this. And then two groups I'd like to talk about for a second. You know, there is Group A, which is the uninformed on basically everything regarding this tournament. And then there's Group B, which might as well have just, you know, eaten pain chips when they were a kid. But the thing is Group A is, you know, is the uninformed. How do I join this tournament? Where do I sign up? What do I do for this tournament? Kind of thing. All I can tell you guys is, you know, the link is in the description. Just type in the comments, I'm in. That's it. As long as you got the vibe of this video and you think you can apply it in a similar fashion that I have. I'm not saying my example is the end-all example. But, you know, if you can do this somewhat moderately successfully, then by all means, you know, do it, sign up. We'll have ourselves a great time. You know, that's what I'm trying to get across. And then Group B here. Group B is a very small minority of people, but some of you are coming up with ideas that are very obviously against the rules, you know, very obviously against particular theme things in general. Just to put it in short, some of the ideas I've read are fucking stupid. You know, just to express my anger for a split second, have some goddamn creativity, you know. I'm not asking you to make a super, super duper well thought out team, but honestly, some of the things I've seen, I'm not even going to point out specific examples, but if I got to talk about it in a video like this, you might want to revise what you're going about, because it's fucking stupid. So, anyways, that'll do it out of me. I've done multiple takes of that last portion, so I really hope this is the last one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of want to see if I'll be able to stream tomorrow night or on Sunday. That's still kind of up in the air. Maybe once this weekend. And cut it off before 12 minutes. Okay, bye.